Hey there, and welcome to maywithloveknits.com. I am Mallory, one half of May with Love Knits. If you are jumping on here, I'm going to walk you through an easy tip to attach your pom-poms to your pom garland. So whether you've learned something new from our workshop classes or are enjoying our newly launched pom garland kit, these are some little easy tips and tricks. So for this, I'm going to show you how you take your pom and attach it to your garland strand. So what you're gonna need for this is your garland strand. I just have a smaller one here just to give you a picture of it. But this is 6 strands of just your standard twine braided together. So I took 2 strands and weaved them down the center. So that is your piece of jute here with your braided plaits that you can see. You're obviously gonna need as many yarn poms as you're working with, and then that sewing needle, and that sewing needle comes in all of our kits. So what we're gonna do here is we're first gonna grab that sewing needle, and you are going to grab your garland here, so my teensy tiny little garland. What we do in our workshops is we fold this in half, and you're going to take the knots to the knots, and you're going to do your first pom at the center. So I'm just going to show you your first one as a great place to go to. Your center one, so if you're hanging this over your foyer or your fireplace or anything like that, you know you have a good balanced centered piece. So I'm just going to fold this and keep this folded. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but if you are, you know, very type A, you can just fold it, leave it there. And then what you're going to do is I like to grab one strand of my pom ties. Now, if you have cut these ties, we do have another video to show you how to remedy that. You need to have these longer ties to adhere your pom to your garland. So check out that other video and let us know if you have questions. But just to quick summarize it for you so you're not jumping anywhere else if you're watching this, you're just gonna take another long strand of yarn and you're just gonna weave it through the center and tie it nice and tight. So quick little way to get through that, but you need to make sure that you have these long ties, okay? So when you're trimming your pom, make sure you never get rid of these guys until the very end. But let me wrap this through, and you're going to grab one side, and then I'm grabbing the center here of my garland, and I'm gonna go in between the braids. Doesn't have to be perfect. I kind of lift one of the plaits of my braided garland here, you can see, and I'm just gonna weave it right through. So once it's weaved through, now it's completely up to you if you want your pom to be nice and tight and fixed on your garland, or if you want to have it kind of lower down. Up to the style that you want to do. There's no right or wrong way to do it. I do like it nice and secure, so I'm going to have that one strand pull through, and then I'm going to take the other side and I'm just going to tie it and squeeze it really tight like you did when you made your pom, and then again that double knot. So you can see why it's important to not cut these off until the very end, but there's no problem, you are never stuck. So then so once you have it tied really tight and you're on there, it's not going anywhere on this teensy tiny little garland, all you're gonna do is take those long ties and you are going to weave them back through the core of your pom. So it can be a little tricky to get your yarn through. I actually have a little knot here, so I'm just gonna cut that little knot off so I can pull through my tie. And then remember, going through as close as you can feel the core of where all those strands of your pom are and pulling it through. You can see I kind of pulled an additional fiber with me, but do not worry, you have enough in there to keep it nice and full. Don't sweat it. And then the same thing with number 2. So one strand goes through your braided garland, both strands go back into your pom once you've tied it on. So keeps it nice and secure. And then once you've pulled it through, you're going to grab these strands one more time. And this is just an extra step. So if you feel that you don't have a lot of extra, your strands are really tiny and your ties are really short, Don't sweat it too much. This is just to really secure it, so if this garland goes flying around the room, it will survive it. But tie it nice and tight, and then just rustle around the palm so you're back full. And then you're gonna go ahead and cut those strands to measure the rest of your palm. And there you have it. There is your palm attached. And then you can make this as big as small as you need to go. And then I just like to do one last extra trim. You can see this palm's a little oblong, and I'll give it a trim, and then I can go ahead and hang it around my house. I hope this video helped, and if you have any questions, of course, reach out, and I hope that our other videos are also inspiring you, but let us know if you want to see more. Thanks.